guys, hello, and welcome to the special Halloween Project Spark developer stream. I'm Captain Lescault from Team Dakota, and I'm here with
Mario Sterchi, creative director. Let's go.
And Pirate Jared, arg.
And Jared the Pirate has joined us here. Somebody had a really great idea to make us wear costumes.
Who would have done that?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
On one of our streams.
It's me.
So here we are.
Guy.
So today, what we're gonna focus on today is we want to show character customization.
Mamma mia!
At least as much as we can. And it's something we know everybody's been asking about a lot, and we're gonna kind of show that, and we figured it'd be fun to kind of try to dress them up in various costumes. We'll take some suggestions from the community. We have some ideas our own that we want to do, but we'll see what you guys say. And we'll test it out. And then what else?
This is the most random collection of costumes possibly ever.
I think it's a perfect theme.
If this was a bar joke, it would be the Grim Reaper, a pirate, a Mario, and a military guy walks into a bar.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I mean this is all I got.
All right, that's it. You've seen enough of us, so I'm going to change the view here. All right, there we go.
All right, now that we're a little bit smaller.
All right. So, welcome to the Project Spark stream of Halloween insanity. We've done a bunch of scary stuff. Today we thought it'd be awesome to show some costumes and finally show the thing that crashed the last time I tried to do it.
Yeah.
I am missing the mustache. I was going to try and grow one, and then I used the one from the costume, and it felt like I had a envelope stamp on my face the entire time, so that had to go. But we're going to show some attachment stuff. We're going to show some character customization stuff, and we're going to try and build some fun costumes. Jared here has already done some cool stuff with our world. So you can see here Project Spark is a sandbox where your imagination can come to life. Even crazy dressed up costumes. You can sculpt the world in real 3D. You can color the world and paint the world. You can go ahead and add objects to the world and then put behavior on things. With our visual programming language, you can bring things to life. That allows you to make really awesome worlds for people to check out, games, little mini movies by using Xbox One and Kinect to do your own motion and facial capture, stories, all types of stuff. I actually saw somebody the other day doing a text-based Zork game, and that was pretty cool.
Really?
So the possibilities are endless.
I'll play that.
And it'll be available for Windows 8, 8.1, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And we have a beta coming up that's imminent here, hopefully in the next few weeks. So Jared is going ahead and he's using the 3D sculpting tools to extract and pull terrain from the world. And we're going to do something a little bit different here to start this off. Jared's going to go through what the actual sculpting tools are, getting people first ready for the beta, and second showing something you may not know we have.
Oh yeah, there's going to be at least one surprise in the sculpting tools here.
And Jared, you're using mouse and keyboard today?
Yeah, that's one other quick note. I don't know that we've shown off mouse and keyboard
We haven't shown it off too much because it's for our configuration in the room controller is nice to sit back. But a couple things. We are on a new build. It's a high-risk maneuver. So that one is for sure. We are in a new area of the new build, and that is a really freaking high-risk maneuver. So I will be going, Mamma Mia! A lot. And we will probably see a crash or two. But probably most importantly, we will be showing mouse and keyboard. Some of the reasons why is because some of the new areas that we're in aren't optimized well for controller, and that's one of the things that we talk about stuff in progress. And I'll take it over to Jared.
Okay, so we're going to dive in and just run right through all of these sculpting tools in here all the way to the end and kind of show you the positive and negative versions of each one of those. So the one we use most often and we start you on by default is the expand tool. You'll notice if I click on this box over here on the left, I can switch back and forth between the opposite versions of this tool. So expand by default is like wherever you're clicking or using the controller or touch on, it will expand up the terrain, kind of useful to create little hills and mountains. And then with every tool, you can adjust the intensity down here. So if I go up to a really high intensity, it'll expand much faster. And if I go down to a really low intensity, it goes a bit slower if you're trying to do something really subtle or just get a little bit more detail in there.
And you can change the shape of your brush and a bunch of other stuff.
And then you can rewind and fast forward all this if you decide you don't like some of those adjustments you made. You want to go back and use a different stage of that.
One thing I don't think we talk about enough too is like one of the big focuses about Project Spark, aside from just the iteration and being able to jump from editor straight into gameplay, is one of the big goals is that playing is creating. So all of these tools are just in there on their own. They're fun to use. You see little effects fly off of them. You feel super powerful. You feel kind of godlike, manipulating the world and the terrain and bringing things to life. So just the act of creating, even if at the end of the day you're just doodling, is really fun in Project Spark. And I think that's something we don't emphasize enough, because I know I fire things up and sometimes I have specific ideas, sometimes I don't, and I'll just doodle away, and sometimes I make something really meaningful, sometimes I just had fun really playing around with the world.
Yeah. So I'm switching back and forth to the erode tool here, which is kind of just the opposite of that expand one. So I can kind of dig trenches. You can use this to get down to the water level and eventually get rivers and stuff in there. You can see a little bit of water down there I got to. And then
somebody wants the Captain Morgan rum. Did you bring that?
I did not bring that with me.
I mean, your parrot is.
People were questioning my career limiting move of wearing a Nintendo costume and a Microsoft screen.
Yeah. Great stuff.
It's a me.
Yeah, okay. I'm distracted now.
I used to work for Nintendo. I get a little bit of a free pass there,
Yeah,
right?
free pass with that. Okay. So that's expand and erode. I can change the brush shape, so I can do that with a square brush here, create kind of square holes.
A couple things too that you're probably seeing more now because we're on mouse and keyboard is the faint area of the cursor is actually sort of the shape, but the actual intense area, and that actually changes on your intensity, that's where you're going to be manipulating. So you've got a really good 3D view into like exactly what you're editing. You can see it conforms to the surface. If I had like opposable fingers, that would be easier to articulate.
Opposable thumbs.
But you can see it actually conforming to the surface. And that makes it really easy to do a lot of precise things in your level, or of course really big things.
Yep. And then so all those I can change shape on, and I can scale up and down with every shape there as well. So if I'm going to zoom out here with mouse, I'm just using the scroll wheel to do that. And then
if you carve like a little triangle there, you get a Pac-Man.
Where at? Oh, down. So go down to erode, you're saying? Create like a Pac-Man river?
Is there a way to make a perfect circle or a square? Yes.
We'll get to
show that.
Let's get to the next tool. Good segue to move on then. So add and subtract are a little bit more concrete actions, like very
because
specific.
they're actually filling in that area. So they're not taking something from the terrain and like stretching it or pulling it. They're actually adding terrain. Now we have a voxel-based rendering engine. So what you're doing is you're actually adding voxels and removing voxels into the space. That makes it easy to do things like dynamic lighting and real 3D manipulation, but you're essentially filling that area with these really cool voxels.
Yep, and then you'll notice this one will add a terrain type as well. So I get a new option down here to select what type of grass or dirt or snow I want to add when I click with this one. And then it just snaps in and drops in a whole block of terrain there.
I think it's really, again, we've talked about the controls and what's good for certain things and what's not. Like, everything is super usable. You can create pretty much anything you want on any of the controls, but you'll see things like on controller, the brain is really fast for muscle memory. On mouse and keyboard, it's really easy to like sculpt in your world really quickly in kind of big movements. And on touch, you'll see a lot of really cool things around really feeling like you're making some visceral connections to the world and stuff like that. So you can use them all, and it's just a matter of kind of what you prefer and how you can mix and match them. And again, don't forget, you can make outputs and you can make games with those types of things.
Yeah, so that's how you can add perfect squares and perfect circles of terrain to your world there.
Yep. So yeah, you can do a bunch of things like snap to grid. You can build on specific axes. Jared maybe can show it by clicking it. You can actually put in a planer when you're in the add mode. So you can actually put in this 3D grid.
Let me get a really tiny brush to kind of show that off. I can like write my name in the sky or something with that.
Oh, we're really hoping that November.
You all right?
There we go.
I think it's all the Mario.
Now you know who made this level. I like
You
signed
swallow
it
your
for
mustache there.
Yeah, it's true. We're
So
hoping that
I didn't even
December.
look at that. What are you doing? Oh, man. Shameless self-promotion.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you notice when, depending on what angle I tilt the camera at, like if I'm at a sideways angle here, it'll give me a plane that's kind of a parallel or perpendicular, I don't know, something to the camera.
Yep.
There.
Now you're
And
making
then,
pretzels.
yep, pencil in the air. And then if I go top down, I'll get a flat one, like that. So just kind of wherever you put the camera is how that'll work.
Whoa,
And you can do things
dry
like
out.
really quick snaps to different camera angles. So you can build from an overhead. Well, that one's a little buggy.
That's a little bit far out.
You can find your character. You can build from an overhead. It's the bottom one.
Yeah, and this is what you were talking about with the
Yeah,
specific
so you can
plane.
go ahead and you can add a grid plane in here. And that's actually really good for touch. And then you can move that grid plane, and that'll be the area that you're working on.
So now I can start creating terrain that's like out in space. I didn't have to start on the ground
that's
or anything like
Super
that.
cool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And then this guy, you can...
There's so much stuff here.
You
Wow.
can rotate and put this plane at like whatever specific angle you want. So if you're trying to create like a racetrack
Or a ramp or something.
I
Yeah.
got way zoomed out here. Coming back in.
So again, you're definitely seeing a high-risk build here with some bugs.
Yeah. So that's
I still
some
can't
of
believe you got your name in there, and it actually is legible. In that.
that.
My scribble is like.
They make like a neon sign there or something.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that grid off. So we're back working on just the terrain that we've got here
Cool.
to start. And
So that was our add and subtract, and again, you can do just like you did add, but you can subtract.
Yep. So I was doing a little bit of that to kind of carve out this the space there. But yeah, you can do add and subtract, both versions there. And then we'll jump over the next tool, smooth and roughen. It's kind of useful for, like I roughened all this terrain up a little bit to give it a little bit more natural feel. So if I go in here,
And I actually really like this. I was building a mountain that you ran around. I don't know why I would do that with like a bomb guy at the top. But I was building a mountain you would run around, and then I was using smoothing to like build the ramps and the playable area and sort of the paths through them. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with smoothing in general.
right.
The artists use smoothing and roughen to do some amazing things that like I've never even thought of around like actually organically shaping their structures and stuff, which is really cool. I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff Chris has done on the stream. They're amazing.
All right, I'm going to switch back over to smooth and kind of make that smooth out so you can kind of watch what happens over time.
And that's some of the stuff we talk about just trying to make it fun to be able to edit and create stuff. Like, it's just cool to watch the material and the terrain do that. You're starting to look like you got a
Dinosaur or something?
Bronchiosaur, yeah, exactly, a brontosaurus or something.
Yeah, and then this one, it's really handy, like what intensity
And you'll notice the cursor got much brighter with the intensity turned up.
Yeah. So if I go way down, you can see that brightness go up and down with that. And then that really affects this brush. It's really kind of useful to know about how you want to use your intensity with roughen and smooth here. You can make a nice shiny smooth level there. Okay. So
Now we're coming up on my favorite.
yeah, plateau and tunnel. These guys are so awesome because they're like, you can do all this with add, subtract, and the expand and erode, but if you just want to go in and make some bridges kind of connecting different parts, you can use this tool to do that super quick.
And to me, this is like a level designer's best friend.
Yeah.
Because you can just go ahead and get your world settings and your spacing and stuff like that, and then you can just go ahead and stretch it across and make your own bridges and platforms like super quick.
So you'll notice what this one does is wherever I click, it kind of grabs that height and then kind of expands outward just as a platform from there, as opposed to going up and down. So it kind of gives me the ability to make nice flat spaces really quickly with that tool.
And little like long stretching bridges. Like
Yep.
it's cool to put a bridge like across your whole like level or something.
There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see how some of that would work there.
And now you've almost got a platformer just like that.
Yeah, it'd be kind of crazy to try and explore this really weird level.
Well, that's
we're
one thing.
making
Let's
here.
do that. Let's jump in. So this is something that everybody, who is not new to the stream has seen. But you can just jump in and play immediately, and just jump in and move around the world, and now you've got a game. This character has default brains in it, so you can set a bunch of different default brains: first-person shooter, third-person shooter. We have the third-person like platformer adventurer brain in here.
Yep.
And Jared just turned it into a level. They want you to show off some of the paint.
Okay. Yeah. We're almost done going through those sculpt tools, and I
I'll
know
tell you,
you're going
Mike
to get
Kelly's
really
saying,
excited about
oh my
the last
God,
one there.
save time for character customization. He's really eager.
That's
so.
true.
Just
Okay,
saying,
we'll get there.
That's true.
So okay, so
He
real quick.
knows how you
then-
guys get off on your tangents.
So real quick, the opposite of that platform one or the plateau tool is the tunnel tool, which kind of does just the reverse. So it grabs whatever height you click on and then starts carving out just above that. So I can go in here and create like tunnels that go around underneath that space. And then it uses the different shapes you're using. I really like that one with the sphere tool so that I get kind of like a nice half moon shape. But you can do it with the cylinder or the square brush as well, right there. Okay, and so that's kind of tunnel and plateau.
Let's save this one for once you colored it,
Okay, we'll
Just
come back
'cause,
to that.
yeah.
Just to tease that. Okay.
because we haven't shown that one.
Okay, so switching over to paint here, I'm gonna get a cylinder brush. There we go. There in our paint and cylinder. I like cylinder. I like working with that. So this one, kind of like add and subtract. You just pick a material type down here at the bottom, and then as you click with that, it'll paint in. You can do that super quick with the mouse here. Just kind of run all over the world, however you want to do it.
And then just like everything else, the paint smart wraps around the sides of things. It's contextual, so it paints the sides, as you can see here, this nice mossy vine-like side, different than it paints the ground. So the paint is smart, it's aware, it's contextual. Maybe you can do some biome real quick or something.
Yeah.
So biome is actually putting in props to your world and painting at the same time. And that's a nice and quick, easy way to just kind of shell in your world. You'll see here biome is painting in the peaks when you get really high, and it's painting in the ground and the grass when you're down below.
Yep.
All right, so let's show our last brush that we haven't shown here for the
Okay.
sculpting.
Cubify and decubify. So on Cubify here.
So very quickly you can go ahead and like just draw over your world and turn everything into like a cube world.
Yeah. Just kind of turn it right into just a bunch of cube squares there. So I can go up over my name here, make it look really weird up there.
Oh, cube Jared.
Cubified myself. Or if we go into our nice lush world that we just painted here, you can kind of see how that just instantly gives your world almost like a retro or just completely different feel than it had previously.
So things like 8-bit, was it 8-bit hero or whatever and stuff like that. You know, you can do that kind of retro look really quickly.
Yeah.
So let's hop in and play what we just made.
I just want to show real quick before we do that all the other tools then, if you use them on top of cubified terrain, they'll continue using that kind of
Right.
terrain with it. So if we do expand there, you see it's kind of expanding out in the cube form from that. Okay, and now we'll see what that looks like to play around in a cube world. And then you can mix and match. You see some of that smooth over there, some of this is still cube, so it's a brush. It's not just a setting on your world. You can set it up at each place however you want. And then we still use the intelligent materials on this, so it will put the side type of texture on the sides there, and then
Cool.
the surface with the grass and everything, and the roots
I
hanging
love
down
the side
beneath.
vines on that one structure over to the right.
Over
Let's
here.
go over to the right. It's just got that like
Oh, this guy, yeah.
Tomb Raider, like
1990s,
yeah,
like
the
video game
1990s
feel.
Tomb Raider feel. I want to climb this and look out for the dinosaur. Oh, did I say dinosaur? I didn't mean to say dinosaur. Wouldn't it be cool if we had a dinosaur?
It would
let's
be
not
cool.
talk about that.
Okay, we'll get
so let's go into the brains though and show people the brains real quick, and then jump into the character customizer and maybe see if we can find a dinosaur.
Okay. So I'm switching over to prop mode here, so exiting out of paint
Quick-
and sculpting
Quick
there.
question, Endless had, like, when you're doing the biome and you're putting it down, there are just different things like the logs and the rocks and
Yep.
things that are pushed down.
Yeah.
Is there a way, he almost called it density, is there a way to limit the density on what it is? That you may want to make those big things, but not as much as the
Right.
other.
So the size of your brush sort of determines that a little bit.
Right.
We have some stuff we haven't shown yet with a world wizard that lets you generate a world very quickly. It actually leverages the crossroad technology where you can create your own game by just making choices.
That sounds
and
really
you
cool.
can actually
When
move
can
a
we show
slider
it?
that lets you set density as soon as it stops crashing all the time.
Oh, okay. So you're saying if it didn't crash,
I
we
think
want to show it today?
next week we can probably show it. We got a bunch of things we have to show: the game guide tutorial stuff,
Ugh.
the crossroad stuff, the world wizard stuff. But to make a long story short, your brush size initially controls it while you're creating stuff, but you can have more control over it if you want to just generate a world quickly. You can actually move a density slider around the props.
Yep.
Cool. So let's dive into the brains real quick. One thing that was asked, and we're going to have to cheat and go to controller, is can you set up a sprint? Right? Somebody had asked that before when we showed some of the hardware
yeah,
stuff.
sure.
So I thought maybe just copying the move line and then showing how you can modify the speed.
Yeah.
So in Project Spark, every object has a brain, and you can program that object with our visual programming language, use the default things that just show up in it, or you can remix brains that already exist.
Yep.
So here's an already existing brain in our default character, and Jared's going to go ahead and make a sprint on maybe the right trigger button for our controller.
All right, so I'm going to modify this when left stick do move line and change that up a little
So
bit.
something that's really cool is if you right click on the circle here instead of left click, you can copy a whole line really fast, and then you can
Yeah.
just paste it real in and paste it in really quick and stuff like that.
Copy and paste if I wanted two of those. I don't, so I'm going to delete one. Get out of there. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is say when right trigger, I'll maybe make right trigger the parent to this, and then just have different speeds on the move stuff under there.
However you want to do it. You can do it lots of different ways.
Yeah. Oh. Delete that.
You could probably just do another line with left stick plus right trigger and then have them move at a different speed, and it'll probably just work.
Okay.
But your way would make sure there's no overlap.
Yeah,
between
that's
the
what I'm
move and the
thinking. Okay, so we'll do right trigger up here. I don't know what right trigger is going to map to. I'll probably have to put like shift down for keyboard. So we can. Let me just
Oh,
show
we
that.
can just show on controller. It's right there.
Okay. All right. Right trigger. I'm gonna be fancy here because we started talking about it.
All right.
And say or shift.
Whoa. So again, that shows some of the power of the multiple control schemes and the inputs. You can do things like swipe or controller left stick. Like, who knows? You can combine all different types of stuff. I was actually playing around with some crazy Space Harrier type of thing, where it was moving me forward, and then I'd use the left stick to move around screen space, and I would actually be able to touch the screen to move the camera and shoot. Maybe you could say some kind of Crimson, Panzer, Dragoon, Space Harrier type of stuff. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do there.
All right, I'm just setting it up so it'll still move normally when I'm not sprinting there. There we go. So this is a good opportunity to use the copy and paste. Paste that in there. All right, so now you can kind of see what we're setting up here.
I was just giving you that speed up time.
All right, we'll just move at speed 1. Okay, so when using the left stick, or using the left stick and holding shift or right trigger, I'll move at speed 2. Else will mean if I'm not doing this stuff up here, if I'm not using right trigger or shift, then we'll just use regular left stick move at speed 1. So that's kind of an example of a little bit of logic, how you can set that up in your brain there to give yourself the sprint ability.
People keep requesting Journey again. You know, I had sort of a troll back at the chat when they were going to request Journey again, but I don't think we can pull it off today.
I should highlight myself.
Rick on our UI team is actually like a professional singer, and he leads a Pearl Jam cover band, and I was going to actually try and call him down to do the Journey singing, but
so
we'll have to do
right
that
trigger?
some other time. So there we go. So when you're moving, you get that speed, and then right trigger, you get the sprint.
So that's that kind of regular speed there, and then sprint.
Cool. And then, of course, you can set those to any variance you want. And
Right,
just
you
change
can
the
have
number.
it 1.5 speed instead of 2. Maybe this is a little fast, or if you want like a super sprint. And then you can set up timers up so there's like cooldowns and you get exhausted or different things like that if you want to go super deep into it.
That's cool.
All right, so that's
We should
that.
maybe save this world out. Or actually, we can rebuild it real quick if we had like a dinosaur
preferably
invade
without
later
that,
or something.
that big Jared name up
That's
there.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. All right, so should we dive into some of the character customization?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
before
switching
before
back
Mike
to
Kelly kills us.
mouse and
All
keyboard.
right.
I want to make sure we got to all this stuff. All right, I'm gonna move this guy up on top of the stuff there, so it's a little bit easier to see.
if you
him.
want to flatten the land too or something.
Yeah, this will work. Okay, so we got our character here. Oh, that's kind of a
He's
bad
colliding
camera
with
angle.
something.
I've
Can
got
you
a tree that's
differentiate
getting
between left and right shift and brains? Yes, you can.
left
Yeah,
and right
you can.
shift. I'd have to.
Oh wait, actually, that's a good
I
question.
think Windows treats left and right shift as the same key.
Yeah,
so
you
that
actually might
just
not be able to. You're right.
That's a
Why don't we
very
go look at it?
specific and good question.
Just dive in real quick.
All right, brain.
Way to blame the platform, guys. I saw that.
Oh yeah, right.
Hey, no, that's not intended. Okay, so I want to get another ore in here. And
Yeah, I don't think you can actually. That's a good point.
so I know I hit.
I
left
immediately
shift
said yes
before.
because I'm like, you can pick any key you want. No.
They're showing up the same,
They're
so I'm
showing up the
assuming
same.
they are the same.
Yeah.
I'd have to build
Well,
a
delete
kind
the
of
other one and see.
complicated brain to test this out for real.
Just delete the other one and see if they both work.
All right.
Can you change the cube size?
Which cube? Or
The
is it-
Cubify world cube size.
I mean, you would have to kind of craft it to have. That's the smallest cube right there, I
Right.
believe. So you could craft
Yeah.
it with larger cubes, like with very specific brush detail. But by default, yeah, this is the size of the cubes.
We also have block objects, and you could put block objects in your world too. So.
Yep. All right, so that's working with left shift.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
and
you
with
can
right.
separate.
Yeah, I think
so
they
you
just
can't
gotta
separate
get
'em.
merged together.
That's a good one to log though, potentially if it's possible.
Go back and ask. them.
Okay, so one of the things you'll see here that's new around the character is the little running, jumping icon guy on the
This
bottom
thing
right.
down here.
So when you click something on mouse and keyboard, you get this contextual area around the character. And Jared's going to start off by digging into some of the character customization and hopefully
Right.
putting on a shirt.
So like you noticed when I was going to the brain before I was hitting that, I can go to general properties with little gears down there, and then this is the character studio, as we call it.
Yes, you can. One of the properties of adding terrain is that you can add it with Cubify. So the stuff that you've seen around the bridging and creating stuff underneath your feet,
Yep.
you can just go ahead and do that.
All right, so we're gonna. What do you want me to go into first? Clothing or character?
Let's do the character. Let's make something real quick. So let's show this by making something.
All right, so you can tell there's still some stuff, some icons we're working on getting.
Let's
in
do
here.
our zombie.
Okay.
Now, one of the things we found out just before going live, we talked about that this is a build that has no nets here, is unfortunately you can color the body, but it doesn't stick after we go back from edit. So that's something we've got to fix, and unfortunately it's going to
Well,
happen
something
here.
that is already fixed. We're just not using
Yeah.
the build that's
Right, this
fixed.
Well,
build's
yes.
about a what is it, like a week old
about
or
a
so?
week old.
Yeah.
You're not convinced that it's fixed in the new build?
No, I'm not.
It might be fixed, but
I'm not.
other
It might be
things-
fixed. So let's say it might be fixed.
All right, so you want kind of like a dark green or something for our zombie?
Yeah, let's do like, or maybe like a purple.
A purple zombie?
Make them really evil.
Okay.
Look like dead flesh.
Like a gray purple. Something.
Yeah, something like that. There we go.
Yeah, like that? That's kind of what you want?
That sounds good.
Okay. Then we'll go in from there, back up a little bit. Okay, I'm on the head here. So let's make those eyes look super evil.
Yeah.
Eyeball.
Putting them red was awesome. Look at that.
Yeah. And then...
You gotta hit the check. Yeah.
Oh, I guess
you don't.
It seems like it's saving. Iris, he's got blue eyes by default. Such a pretty guy. Let's make those like just black.
They say it looks like a zombie.
That's
Yeah,
what we're trying to
go
do.
for
That's
it.
the point. Okay, and then we want to like take off his hair, maybe like that's all falling out or something.
Maybe.
So no hair. Oh wait, his eyes got reset. So that's
Oh yeah.
that's you get the idea of where we're going with all this stuff. But I might not have hit the save button or something specific there, like Henry was trying to hint that I should do.
I think it actually just reset.
Hey, you lost your
certain
eyes.
Modes. Yeah, that's what we were just saying.
Okay, try
Sorry, I don't
one
pay
more
attention to the
time.
stream.
Yeah, what are you doing over there, Mike? Why are you playing
Okay.
Guild Wars?
Hey, you know, I gotta level up.
All right, we're gonna do some. The zombies. Is zombie gonna have any clothing?
I hope so. You can take off his boots maybe and just have like
Yeah,
his,
zombies don't
maybe
wear
like
shoes.
tather up his pants and
See what
color his
other
pants or something.
we've got there. Which pants look most like zombie pants?
Probably
that one?
These ones, yeah.
Okay.
So keep in mind this is some of the items and some of the objects you'll be able to customize. There'll be more options, new faces. The faces are still work in progress. The art team would definitely want me to make sure I specify that. One of the really cool things about the faces is we've done some new media preview stuff in San Francisco just recently, and we're showing some of the new and improved facial animation capture with Kinect. So you can see how articulated the faces are, and hopefully you'll show some. We'll see some of that soon in some of the.
And I guess
media.
that went well. I mean, I heard a little bit about it, but
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, we don't know until the press comes out as like what stories and where.
and we don't know when.
and
Maybe
stuff.
sometime next week.
Probably next week,
Yeah,
yeah.
keep an eye out next week to start seeing some press about that stuff, and then
Right.
once
So
that
let's
comes out, we'll be able to
slow him
talk more
down.
about it on our stream as well.
So let's like force him into a walk or something.
Okay.
So one of the cool things too about Xbox One Kinect, we lost our skin color.
Yeah, yeah, you knew that was
is
gonna
that
happen.
you can capture your own motions. So you could do some of your own kind of zombie things and stuff like that. And you can capture your own voice. So you can do things like brains or whatever you want to do.
Okay, so you want me to go in and put like a slow movement on his brain
Yeah.
here? So I'll just say when not sprinting, we'll move at like 0.5 speed or 0.25. Okay.
So there we go. Just doing some character customization. We've got to start around a zombie.
Can you type in color codes to get specific colors?
I think so.
Yes, there are two ways to do it. If you look, you can use.
Let's change his pants
I
color.
forget the actual technical terminology around it, but you can use the RGB,
Yeah.
or you can do the HSV, which I forget what that stands for.
Yep. Don't
So
remember.
you can use two different types of things to type in your color codes. We are also thinking for post-beta a way to take a color from one thing and then just copy it over to another,
Yep.
and for a way to
Oh.
have some presets on those colors.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
I was trying to ask the
They might know.
hue saturation,
value.
I was trying to
There we go.
ask them so I
Bright
could say it
yellow.
and sound smart, but you had to look up and read chat.
There we go.
Can't get away with anything these days.
Bright blue pants.
No, just like when you mocked me in the other chat, I just happened to look up.
rainbow pants.
So,
All right, what do we want to do next? Let's grab another character.
all right. How about let's do our angel.
Okay.
Our
yeah,
angel's
that-
going to show some cool stuff because it'll dive into the attachments. So as you can see, as a quick recap, you can color tons of different areas around the character. You can customize individual areas within the items and the clothing, put on different type of clothing and stuff like that, different headwear, different boots, different shoes. Lots and lots of character customization stuff. More options coming in. We are an evolving sort of service as we go, so you'll see lots and lots of stuff coming in as we go. A bunch of people keep asking about the animations. You can record your own with Kinect, and there'll be things like content packs with different animations if you want some specific ones and
Yeah,
stuff
like different
that.
weapons kind of have like different default animations that come with them.
Yeah, just
for-
naturally on board the weapon.
Yeah, I can show that off right here because you can just
Yeah,
equip
so
a
this
weapon.
is something really cool. Is you can snap weapons very easily into the hand here.
Yep. So you see like a sword and an axe kind of have this like horizontal slash, but I know if I get like the knife here has a different type of attack
Oh,
animation.
it's got like a little spin.
Yeah, that comes with it there. Like obviously
I don't know
like,
if anybody wants to see Mario shanking.
obviously like crossbows and bows have their own like kind of unique like fire animations. And then I
Yeah.
don't see any of the hammers in this one, so for some reason those aren't showing up. But those are in some of our other streams where we dropped in the blacksmith hammer and some other stuff there. All right, but I was trying to make angel here is what we were thinking
All right.
about. So I got my little angel helmet thing going there.
That's cool.
So
So let's.
and then we're going to do some attach some
Yeah,
objects there,
let's do
add
it.
to it. Okay, maybe like a little halo or something, I think.
Sounds good. So this is something that crashed last time we show it. For the people who were wondering what we
Yeah.
did. So this is our new attachment menu. So this is again is a bit of a work in progress as well. But you can see here you can very quickly and easily select a socket. So where do you want to put something? So Jared here selected the head socket.
I'm trying to find. Looks like that ring is not showing up. Let me back out of the menu real quick and come back.
Oh, it's because you have a search thing in your parameter probably.
Oh, it didn't?
Yeah, because you were searching before.
Okay.
All right, so you click on the character, you enter
Character
the character
studio.
Hey, is this
studio.
what you were going to show before and you never did?
That might have been, yeah.
Add new.
Yeah.
And then I should be able
So
to just
that takes you straight into the props, the effects, the sounds. So we're going to go ahead and take our ancient stone ring because we want a halo.
Okay. It's not showing up over here though, so something.
Is it because of the hat?
Maybe it's the hat that's getting in the way or something there. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the character and start from scratch.
Good idea.
Sound
We're running
reasonable?
without a net.
Okay.
So this is all stuff that's work in progress.
Delete. Character. Fresh. Okay. And then character studio. Let me just add a ring and I can add it
I'm
from
going
the
to crash. Do I
world.
have to be ready?
Oh boy.
I
We're
don't know.
So
It
far.
might not be that
Okay, we
high
got
risk of maneuver.
Acorn. Acorn's coming in. Oh.
Yeah, that was high risk.
Well, yeah.
A little bit
accounting
switching
for
to the
user
desktop
error.
there, showing off Windows 8 multitasking,
That's right.
that's all. Okay, let me grab the ancient stone ring. There it goes. Okay, so we got a ring there in the world. We want to make that into a
socket.
halo.
Yep.
Okay. Attachments, add new, and then I'm going to just grab that ring from the world picker here. I've never done this before.
I haven't either. I don't know if you can do it.
No,
I don't think it works.
that might not work yet.
I think we went into full high risk maneuver. You got to cancel. And then you might be able to get back.
Can I cancel with controller? There we
Yes.
go. Okay.
Woo!
So different parts of the UI are working on different input methods.
No
so-
problemo.
Close one.
Move that out of the
All
way.
right, I think you just want to try and do it right the first time. I think it just bugged out on that character. Let's give it a shot. We did it before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it before.
Add new.
There we go. Where is it?
This doesn't. I mean, it's either hiding somewhere really, really obscure where we can't find it.
Let's go back to an empty world and do it.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this in an empty world.
It'll autosave that for me,
Right.
so we'll have that.
So far, this is not much better than the version that crashed.
It's just like there's like something with Henry being around trying to
I
show
don't
this
know.
off on a stream. We just have bad karma or
It's
something.
bad luck,
there.
I know. Well, there's a lot of different ways to attach it. We're trying to show you one of the super easy ways to do it.
Yeah.
You could have put the object in the world and then drag an attachment over to it.
Yeah, this is cool to kind of show how it fits in with character customization
Yeah.
there. Okay, attachments. Add new. We were literally just doing this before the stream started.
What happened to it?
Let me try to set any other random prop.
Yeah,
or
try something else. It might be completely broken now.
Add new. Maybe like
Just take the emerald or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All right, I think we're gonna need a reboot.
okay.
All right,
Give
so
us
Mike's
give us
gonna have to
a
clear
minute
us.
or two. Come back. We're gonna
Mike's
show
gonna
this.
have to clear us.
Oh, wait. I know what to do. Hold on.
You're just gonna.
There you go.
Ah!
now you gotta study. Henry's
Here we go.
Wonderful costumes
So much
again.
better.
And what do you got going on today? Why do we have to do the stream early?
Well, Halloween. We're having a trick or treat Halloween event here at the office. So people and their kids are going to come by, and we're going to give out candy. And I think they've got some like cool little games and stuff to play, and some costumes. So that's cool. And then right after this, I am literally Mario running over to our other building where I will be making a cameo special guest appearance on our Play XBLA Killer Instinct stream. They're going to be showing off some really fun stuff today, so I'll be on the stream with Ken Lobb. So anybody who's interested in Killer Instinct or remembers some Killer Instinct fun or just wants to see me again, I don't know why they'd want to do that, come by the Play XBLA Microsoft Studios Twitch channel at 2 o'clock.
Which I linked in chat. 'Cause
Thank
I'm
you.
Just that
That's
awesome.
good. That's good. I'm looking, that's why.
Damn.
After I'm not looking, then you just be like,
I'd be like, "Pfft, don't watch
that
this
is the
guy."
worst Mario I've ever seen.
I think I figured it out.
Think you figured it
I think
out?
it was user error.
What, I look
User
like
error.
an
Ah.
army zombie? Holy cow. I wasn't
All
even
right.
going for that. It's
So
the
here we
flu.
go.
I'm sick.
Yeah, Mike
Jeez.
is sick,
Let me
which
just
means
confirm
I'm
back
going to
in
be
our
sick
level
tomorrow, probably.
Oh, I probably caught this from you last week. Jeez.
That's possible.
So I think I just had to click one more button through. And then
Oh, user error.
User error. I just haven't used this new feature. It's so new. I haven't used it enough. So what happened was I had to pick a socket that I wanted to attach it to, and I just forgot that last step was there.
What happened was a little too much grog.
Yep. So now
Just
you can
before
see-
the show.
Did you know it's impossible to say toy boat 10 times fast? Dude, you
Why am I
you
gonna
take
do that?
all the bait for everything else except that one thing.
Why am I gonna do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably say something to get you fired.
Toy boat. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that would say. I don't know what that would say. I don't want to know.
All right, so I've attached this
All right.
ring to the head
That's
of my
cool.
character. So this is something new. Like previously, we've always been able to attach things
And
to
you had
kind
to
of like
drag
your base.
stuff around in the world, and you can only
Right.
attach to the base.
But so it would be attached to kind of your position. So it wouldn't animate with you when you attached it, and that's something we knew people were asking about a lot. So now that we finally have a build that is stable enough to show it off, we wanted to just show you
I don't know
what
that
this
says.
looks like.
I don't know.
So
I'm
I've got
saying
a
it
little
in my
ring
head.
attached to my head. I still have I went back to the super
Do you
slow
want me to
zombie
bing it and
character.
see what comes up?
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Is it going to be like we have to say Candyman 3 times or something like that for Halloween? Candyman, or was that Candyman? Yeah, I think it was. Right? All right, so now you've got a halo.
Little thing attached to my head, and you can see like as I jump around and move back and forth, that thing is moving with my helmet, almost as if it's like attached right to my helmet or my head of my character there.
So this is a really easy way to do things like put horns on characters, modify outfits, and put your own types of props. I may or may not have put a bear trap on somebody's head. That's pretty cool, actually, and fun. I did make an acorn head. I put some pack of coins on the back of a character and made a ninja turtle. There's like a whole bunch of stuff you can do by using the attachments now. So what Jared's about to show right here is all of the attachments still have brains, and you can still color them and still do all the normal stuff you can do. So now he's got this glowing, spinning halo rotating over your head.
Whoa, I've got my sprint character going.
Ah!
Hello.
And that's our Halloween
I wonder if
vomit
I
moment.
think my controller trigger was
Too much
pushed
grog.
down.
Pirate grog.
Yeah. So that's just a super
So again,
simple
super
little
cool, like
example.
3 clicks, and it stays on your character. We've done some cool stuff with enemies, modifying them and putting stuff on them and things like that.
Yeah. Okay. So what else? We want to keep going with the angel here and do some more stuff with
I don't know.
that.
Does anybody have some requests, maybe?
What else would go?
People
well,
want to see wings.
They want
wings.
to be,
All right. Let's
give them
attach some
wings.
stuff to the body part of the character. Okay. I'm trying to think what props we have for wings.
This
We'll
would be
get
like one of
there.
them angels from like the supernatural TV show where they like
Yeah.
come down and just smite people all day long.
Okay. Looking through the gallery, what kind of looks like a wing? There's like some curved rocks. Maybe the axe. We can
Yeah,
just
that's a good idea. I like that.
let's do that
Before
And
somebody
then-
records every prop ever made.
And then that should be. I want to get like
You might need to put one in the base and one in the root.
one in the root, one in the base. I'm not quite certain what the difference is. We should probably name those a little bit better.
Yes.
We'll see what happens here. Oh, I just moved it.
So
way
the other
out
cool
to the
thing is you
back.
can offset these all you want. Yeah. I
gotta
don't
grab
think
it.
water pool's been updated.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
So
what
you-
the tanks?
Yeah, you could animate the
There.
you could animate the wings to some degree because you can just put brains in any object. So you could do things like have the wings go back and forth. It'd probably be a little bit trickier to do it like tying it to controls directly and stuff like that. That would take more time. Some of the stuff that we've talked about is there's a lot of stuff we support from a quick create level, and that's something really simple and easy to do. And then there's just about anything else you can do by spending more time with things, digging in, being more advanced and stuff like that. And you could probably do stuff like when you fly, have the blades turn and animate and make them
Yeah.
look like wings. That's pretty cool. That works.
Okay, got one down.
I think you might have turned it just a little too much. Though.
Yeah, I'll tweak it after I get the two pair of them in here. So I put that one on the base. I'll see what happens if I put both of them on the base there.
I think it's going to override the other one.
Really? Does it do that?
I don't know. No.
I've got two in there.
Nope, you got it. Good. There you go. So you can put 50 things on it.
Never-ending discovery here.
I don't know if there's a
It's all new.
Still figuring out how this works myself.
The final gaming frontier.
That's right. So whose name can we redo the color? Anderson Sen 1984?
You can read that? I can't.
You can't read that?
Yeah.
All right, make this a little bit bigger.
I mean, it is kind
Whoa,
of glowing
too big,
a little
too
bit.
big.
But, whoa, halo.
A little bit more minute scale control in here. Right about there.
Okay.
And then just position that a little bit better, right along my character. I got the little base of the axe kind of sticking through my character, but just you get the idea. You could tune this all day. Okay, so
That's pretty cool.
let's see how this animates now once we go back into
Can we
play
give
mode.
him flying?
Yeah, let's give him a flying brain while we're at it.
We can give him anything you want.
Anything I want? Ooh.
I think those are attached again to like the roots. This is the difference between the two systems we were talking about, what we had previously and what we have today. Alright, brain gallery. and a flying.
Oh, you're just
brain.
gonna throw in the flying brain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop that on there. So this is kind of
Third
showing
person
people,
flight.
that might not have seen it before, that if you don't want to build a brain from scratch, tile by tile, you can just go grab a brain, all put together and ready for you.
Right. So we're just gonna go ahead and add a brain in real quick.
So looking at him, I can see that this piece up here is moving around with him, but then the
Probably because you
axes-
have him on the base.
I should put him on his arms or something like that.
Probably.
Let me do that real quick. Go to attach mode and detach those.
So this is the old way of attaching stuff,
Right,
which still
this-
works, but this is a lot easier.
Trying to make the old way work here. Oh, I gotta get it on the character. There we go.
So a lot of the new stuff is work in progress. A back socket would be a good idea, potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially figuring out good ways to do the animations and stuff like that for a future show might be a good idea. Or we might be able to show something really cool before we end. Maybe.
What do we?
I don't know. Something cool, maybe.
Do I know
before
what
we
this?
end? I don't know.
I always get scared when you say that. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I actually had a Freddy Krueger costume at one point. I had the gloves and I had the face, and that thing was hot. Even in October, hot.
I just went into power connect mode. That's not what I meant to do.
No, because the labels are switched over.
Yep. One of the other little things we still need to fix. Okay. Detach that. All right, reattach now. So you can see here when I'm in this mode, I can see where's it going to attach to on the character when I mouse over him. If I select the axe, then I can attach to his hand. You see that little sphere there that shows up. We'll have a little bit more polished UI. See, there's the head, there's the kind of waist.
Are all these works in progress holding up beta?
Not all of them. Some of them are.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are just we need to polish a little bit. Other ones are like, if the game's crashing, we don't want to...
Attachment system is something that we are pretty sure will make beta. And that is something we do want to get to the point where it's very usable and people can, kick its tires and get some good mileage out of it. So that is an area we are actually actively working on that is coming for beta.
Yeah, I mean, Henry said it in the last stream. A big part of the beta is we need you guys to test stuff and tell us what you like and what you don't. So things that aren't in there, obviously, you can't really tell us if it's working well or not. If we just say, well, that's broken, don't worry about it. Whoa, that's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Do this on controller a little bit here.
Yeah, showing it from the front's pretty cool.
I think Mike Kelly might have been right. You guys
Yeah.
are spending more time on...
Yeah.
Is this the first character?
Well,
Angel that shoots fireballs.
maybe we'll have to go a little longer today. As long as I can still
Yeah,
get
just
over to the
watch
KI
your
screen.
schedule so you can get where you need to go.
Okay.
All right, so
All right.
that's an angel we can put together. Now
All
that
right,
I'm a little bit
so
more
we got some
familiar.
other ideas. What are some other cool things? What are people thinking?
Set a
Barney?
little more ideas so that we can,
Barney or a
so let's
dinosaur
show
or
one of the
something?
cool powers of things around what we can do with visibility. So
yeah.
how about we make if
Skeleton?
anybody's familiar with Killer Instinct, let's make a spinal skeleton guy.
All right, you're gonna have
so
to
he
walk
can
me
look like
through
Spinal.
this because I'm not too familiar
He's
with
just a
Killer
skeleton
Instinct.
guy.
Okay.
Skeleton guy with a shield.
Do you want me to bing that?
We could. He's just a skeleton guy with a shield. Yeah, really. Nothing too bad.
Okay. So I'm just gonna try and move this guy out of the way, or at least turn off his brain. If I can get into the character bit of him here. Waiting for the character to highlight. Ah, there he is. Okay. Now that's the axe somehow.
Yep.
Too many objects all in one place.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges.
There we go. If you click in the same place, though, you'll notice here. I just forgot we had this feature because for a while
you
we
can
didn't have
keep
it.
cycling
It'll
through.
cycle through all the different things.
You
there.
can also do that with the left trigger on the controller. If you get close to an object, you don't actually have to like zero in on the object. You can just hit the left trigger and it'll snap to the closest object.
There, is that better?
Mike's playing some Guild Wars too. Sees a skeleton with a giant sword, a little red bandana. I don't know if we need that.
Jared?
There's Spike.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just a red bandana. Maybe we can
Yeah.
get that. We'll see. Little goblin cleaver sword.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a pirate sword. All right. I'm gonna
All right.
make this brain.
So the cool
stop.
thing about what we're going to do here is the character and the character rig is going to be underneath this all, but we can just make it invisible. And then you've got these attachments walking around.
All right. So starting with the peasant guy, this normal dude here. I'm gonna just go ahead and put a player brain on him because he comes with kind of a non-player character brain to start. So get the basics set up here.
And I'm playing Mountain Blade to be...
Oh, Mountain
fair.
Blade. Mountain Blade's a good game.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know one of the guys who worked on Mountain Blade.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a Turkish couple.
Yes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
It's amazing.
Henry knows Turkish people.
I do. That's possible. Mamma mia.
Okay. So got this guy out here. We want to get some bones. So go into the character studio.
I think
here.
Mike Kelly's yelling, "Let's go!"
All right. I'm gonna just get a skull going here.
Yeah, all the sounds are work in progress. You can hear the semi-painful clickety-click sound when you're scaling stuff in some of the feeds as well. So that's another thing that's coming in for beta. The audio guys are working really hard. What they're doing is they're getting all the hooks for the sounds in, and then they're polishing the sounds and getting them themed to projectspark and stuff like that. So you will definitely see some. You can see some sounds. That's new. Announce you can see some sounds. You'll definitely be able to hear all Pyramid Head. That would be a good one.
Man, that new Kinect on Xbox One is great. You can
That's
see
right.
sounds.
You can see sounds.
That's awesome.
So you'll definitely be able to hear sounds that are placeholder and work in progress.
Okay, and then
So what are some of the horror games that people are playing tonight? I have to admit, it's been many years, but I actually went back to Condemned last night.
Oh, nice.
And I was stunned. It still holds up. It's a really creepy game. Like, Condemned is still pretty damn awesome. And then I watched Nightmare on Elm Street. I hadn't watched that in quite a while, the original one. And that's still a really good movie. And then I've been playing some Silent Hill Collection. Played Silent Hill 2. And, of course, I'll probably at some point take on Eternal Darkness again or something. But I love playing horror games on the Halloween. So what else is... Amnesia is a good one. Anybody else been playing some cool horror games?
Really, the original Evil Dead game was kind of cool. I like that.
Right.
The Xbox one?
No, this is the old PC one.
Oh, okay. Because there was an Evil Dead game made by some people over here.
Move that up a little bit. Did I scale the other one? I can't remember if I scaled it. I don't think I did. So I'll just get these 3 bones in here, maybe 4 bones to
So
start.
Anders Madsen, who so graciously changed the color of his name just for Mike.
I know.
Colonel
I
Mike?
knew it. I replied to his question.
Is it
that
Colonel
time.
Mike or...
I was captain, but apparently I just got promoted.
Right. You can put a sword and a shield in their hands, but as far as... You can put collision, you can put damage on the offhand stuff. It's not super easy. There are no specific dual wield like animations for it. So again, yes, technically you can do dual wields, you can set it up. I don't think it's as ideal as anyone who wants to make a really deep dual wield game will want. So that's something on our list to fix and improve. Maybe have some dual wield weapons that'll ship with special animations and stuff like that. So roundabout answer is, I think it's got a ways some limits.
To go.
I think it's got some limits, but it's definitely something you could do and probably do better than us tinkering around with it for 15 minutes, seeing what we can do.
Right.
All right, so you got your skeleton guy coming along.
All right, and then I'm just going to go in, turn off his invisibility.
Turn off.
Yeah,
There we go.
off. So he kind of glows in edit mode.
So let's
here,
throw
let me know.
well, the shield is gonna socket wrong in this
This
build,
just
right?
in, Mike Kelly is left-handed.
Ah.
Let's just see what this looks like. I mean, this is going to be kind of weird because I've just got the 4 bones, the feet and the arms, so it'll be kind of strange.
I was looking forward to Mike doing some Project Spark fan art.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you can kind of see
Oh,
that we
cool.
got the start of a character here. Needs a little bit more work. Add a few more bones in there, get like a spine and a couple
That's
other
pretty cool.
elements, but get the start of something.
It's like a Nightmare Before Christmas type of level.
And so something that's really funny about this.
Make
is
them dance.
Okay.
Come on. You gotta make them dance.
All right. Let's get the character going to brain there. Maybe when I
Just throw it on a button.
One
Instead of
sword,
shooting.
one pistol, but having 2 different actions. I mean, I can't imagine you wouldn't be able to do that. I just don't know if you'd be able to do it super
It's
easily.
tricky. I mean, right now we use something that we call multi-brain, which lets you swap a brain into a brain. We can actually get into that at some point. We do that to swap in and out weapons. So Crossroads is a fully playable game mode that allows you to make some choices and make your own game as you play it. And we have some swappable weapons in
Where did I put
Crossroads.
that?
We can
I
dig
thought
into
I
that
won.
maybe at some point. Oh yeah.
little
Jump
dancing
in the
skeleton
line.
there.
Shake your body, jump in the line. Okay, I believe. What was the Beetlejuice?
That was it, yeah.
So that's like
cool.
we've hinted at only maybe a week
Alright.
ago when we made that like Transformer level. I was mentioning that we've got like a new animation system
Why does
or
it have no
whatever
neck?
that would make. Why does he have no neck?
Yeah.
I just input something in there. I can go ahead and add another bone into the chest there or something.
Do we have a rib cage-ish type thing? We can give him the bear trap.
I don't know if they're all. We have like this fish skeleton that we could like.
Give him the bear trap for a chest or something. That might work. He might look more like video game bad guy like.
All right, where?
Henry, I think Henry has stock in bear traps. Every
I
stream
love
he's
the
like,
bear traps.
Use some bear traps.
The bear traps are awesome, and they just snap and damage you all by itself.
Looks like this list is missing like chest area. Where's where I
You want
put
to just
it?
move it. Just put it in the base and move it. Oh yeah, it won't snap.
Yeah, let me go back. We'll do it.
Put a second head in there.
I can do it just in the world here. Let me grab the bear trap. So this is like, we're still polishing all this stuff up.
So Art Zealot says, scalp the fish skeleton and hide the fish head in the skull.
Could probably do that.
Want
That's
me
a
to do
good
that?
idea.
All right.
That's better than my bear trap.
Okay.
I'll admit it.
Hey,
Mamma mia!
when the community suggests it, you like it.
That's true. I don't know what Jared said, but that was a great idea from the community.
Yeah.
Oh, Jared, I get that all the time. Nobody listens to me, and then the community says something like, "Oh,
Hey, we have a rule in the design group that it's not who comes up with the idea, it's who pitches the idea the best.
It is true."
All right. Let me grab that.
And Jared did not pitch that the best.
The community pitched it way better. Okay. I want to scale that up.
It feels weird drinking with Mario hands.
Okay. Got that. And then rotate this around a little bit.
Somebody dedicated a song to Project Spark.
Oh,
I'm afraid to
yeah.
listen to it. I hope it's not like some real satirical.
It could be Raining Blood. Remember they're trying to get us to do Raining Blood.
Yeah,
I don't know. Should we preview it?
I don't know.
Preview it off stream when we know it's safe. Is that what you guys are suggesting?
Oh, Jared, he is so.
We said this was a high-risk maneuver stream,
Whoops.
right?
We're just going to keep going with more and more high-risk maneuvers until something goes wrong.
That's cool.
It's kind of creepy.
I like the general baseline rhythm there. Yeah, it's cool. Cool, we'll have to link that up.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure everyone heard that on your speakers.
Alright, it's going to give him
Did
kind
anybody who watched the previous stream hear the actual sound effects? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That is a scary movie. For different reasons. But it is a scary movie.
Oh,
look
hey,
at
check that out.
That was a great idea.
See?
Now I got a little
That's
skeleton
crazy.
character there.
That's cool. I want to see that close. That is super
Let me
cool.
get into a...
That's cool. All right, so fish bones work. Good idea. Want to make one more?
That was Art Zealot. That was
Alright, one more.
Project Spork created.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
I love Project Spork.
It's my favorite game. Can't wait for that to come
It's
out.
cool. Sporks are just a general good thing, especially like KFC has the spork all the time. So what about what would be fun? Human Wrecking Ball,
You
giant
tell me
boxer
what
guy?
to do next.
Any what other kind of character ideas here, real quick? We've
Let's
thrown out
see.
some ideas: Ghost, Human Wrecking Ball, a devil,
The Wrecking Ball one was kind of
a
funny.
ninja.
Hip sockets, scarecrow, demon,
Scarecrow. We sort of have a Scarecrow.
pirate with a piglet.
If you go to the assemblies, there might even be the Scarecrow assembly in there.
Okay.
Go to the assemblies real quick.
I don't know if that was built on
Pimping
this.
giraffe says
Yeah.
apple. I
No,
don't
it's
know
not
that that's
No, nothing.
There is an apple.
Mr. Potato Head.
So, Endless has asked a question about how are we feeling about community feedback so far? You know, dealing with this mic guy every day. You know, I think just being able to, like, getting yelled at in the YouTube comments for constantly like going over the opening and introducing the game again. It's such an amazing thing because it shows that people are watching multiple streams and
Yep.
they're seeing a lot of
Yeah.
this stuff. And the moments that are most amazing to me is when we get a problem or a dilemma or a cool idea, and the community is actually almost always correctly riffing on ways to do it in Reddit. Like,
like-
they've actually shown us some stuff from Reddit. So
Kind of crowdsourcing, yeah.
I think the coolest and most amazing thing about the community so far has not just been the engagement and the activity and things like Project Spark, the hub, the Project Spark org, and somebody setting up a full forum and everything like that. It's actually been people like stringing all of this stuff together and this knowledge, and then actively working with us and talking back and forth with us, and even handing that knowledge down to other people. You know, as far as like, have we gotten like all the feedback we love, and you know, we'd love to see millions and millions of views for each stream and stuff like that. So, you know, we'd love to see a lot more community stuff and a lot more participation, because quite frankly, it's been amazing when we do have the participation. But I think in general,
I think there's no
from-
bad feedback, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think
we
in general,
want
though,
all feedback.
for a game that's not out, not even in beta yet, I think
It's
we're
new IP. It
I think
wasn't
we're-
like anybody
yeah.
knew what Project Spark
we're
was
handing
before
this
June.
project like to the community at the right time, where like they can really influence things and sort of collaborate with us and build us along with us. Like I'm stunned. Like seeing Reddit pages that are super active and fan art's been particularly stunning. Like the last fan art we had with the troll that just really nails our style and what Project Spark is. It's been stunning. So yes, totally overwhelmed. We'd love Project Spark to be up in Times Square on every billboard and on every milk cart. Well, maybe not every milk cart. Does that mean it's missing? Well,
Yeah.
it is sort of missing.
Well, pretty soon we might have to
That's
do that.
right. But no, like it's been amazing. And I read the stuff and the team reads the stuff. And there's been some times where we deal with some long days and some tough work, and seeing that stuff really perks us back up. So it's been incredible. Thank
Yeah.
you guys very much.
Do we want to talk about what the like all cool trends, starting with our artists for November?
Like what?
You want to talk about that?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
we save that?
the beard thing.
Oh, I haven't been following that.
Oh, by the way, the Red
Yeah.
Sox won.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
speaking of that
Good for
really
them.
shows the power of the beard.
Good for them.
And so what did our artists do? Why don't you
So they're doing a Movember, which for people who don't know, it's the grow out a mustache and just do some crazy beard stuff. And Mike's trying to get some before and after pictures.
So what they wanted to do is they decided that starting, I think tomorrow, they're either going to shave tonight or tomorrow morning or whatever. And then that's going to be the last time they pledge, the last time they're going to shave until the beta ships.
It's what's that old fighting game, Balls 3D or whatever. You remember that one?
Hey, that looks really
it's
cool.
Vector Man.
Yeah,
That is cool. It's Vector Man.
that is awesome. So basically the team's not going to shave until beta ships. So obviously,
Not the whole
Not
team.
the whole team,
Well,
the artist team. or
Mamma
something
mia.
Like, the ones who have
well,
jumped on that.
you guys are going to support.
We want you to give it a
our
hat.
artist friends,
A
right?
hat?
'Cause we
Okay,
want them
that's
to
a good
come on our
idea.
streams. I think they were going to come on today. They didn't
Yeah,
today.
I don't know what happened.
Well, the heck with them and their
They're
Beard.
highfalutin Movembers.
yes.
That's right. All right, so let's
I'm trying to think what'll work for a hat.
no shaving until beta.
So we're gonna
I
so
did-
all the community's gonna start not shaving till
that
beta.
I- I did consider that.
we should get a Gillette sponsorship or something. They're gonna be really angry with us for starting a
It's true.
movement of not shaving until the beta comes out. Hopefully, it won't be too long. I could grow something, but it's not gonna.
So people want a top hat or an apple hat or
Yeah, maybe I'll grow my hair long.
Yeah.
What do you think? Just grow it out.
yeah, I think it's a good idea.
So one of the cool things
Really
that this can
different.
show off that we haven't shown really too much on yet is you can like nest all these attachments, so now I can attach things to the
So
things
you're
that are
attaching
attached to my
something to an
character.
attachment.
Yep.
It sounds like you're getting close to breaking the time-space continuum, though.
Oh, the build.
Yes. That's why the build breaks, because of the time-space continuum. So are you going to swap mesh?
I could. I was just gonna make it look like a beanie or something on his head there.
Well, let's do the really high-risk swap mesh maneuver.
Okay. High risks. We're going all in.
Jesse's cringing somewhere.
All right. What do we
What
want to
did
put
people
on there?
suggest?
We could make a top hat out of a barrel, probably.
Let's just put the explosive barrel. I like it. And it has default brains, too, so if you shot him in the head, it would explode. Not that we would do that. Cabbage. I like cabbage, actually. I did put cabbage on somebody's head once. Not in real life. In the game.
Swap
I have to
mesh.
clarify that.
Cabbage.
You
Oh
never-
yeah, look
you
at it.
never know
It's
what
got,
can
like,
spread.
It's like a little hairdo going on
That's
there.
cool. All right,
Cabbage Man.
So that is just an idea of what we can do with customization, colors, and
else?
the attachment stuff.
Don't we have other things we want to do?
We could.
Like a devil or a
Pirate? Do we want to try pirate?
devil or a ghost or a pirate?
Pirate might not be bad because we can start with the peasant outfit and color it. Did you
Dinosaur?
find anything good for the hat pirate, Jared?
Mike Kelly wants a dinosaur.
I don't know about a dinosaur. We said high risk maneuver. We didn't say impossible.
J10 wants a dinosaur. I'm
Maybe
telling
a
you,
dinosaur?
all the heavy
Okay,
hitters
okay.
want dinosaurs. You guys might want to look into that.
Do we want to go long and do a pirate?
Pirate,
How long you think it'll be for pirate?
translucent ghost.
I mean, probably not too long. We can
Let's
give him
go
the-
long. Let's do the
Let's see
pirate.
what happens.
And we will show a dinosaur.
Yeah, I'm going home after this.
So we'll
we
give
can go as long as you
context to
want.
the dinosaur though for sure.
Yeah.
Is that was a community member internally, I think it might have been the same person messing around with the inventory stuff.
Yeah,
But
that
now
guy's-
on the real build. I'm not sure who it was
Bob
exactly.
Schmackelme?
Might have
That
been.
guy is ever present.
But they took the attachment system when it first came in and put together the Dinosaur. So it's actually fairly old now, and it was just sort of the first proof of concept around the Dinosaur.
Yeah. All right. So what are we doing here?
So
We're
let's do
making
a pirate.
Okay.
So we need a pirate hat.
Let's do the hat items first.
So I have a question for the
Something
community.
triangular.
What I was thinking, like, would it be cool? Because a lot of people kind of like, hey, this looks hard. What if we had some people, see who we can find around the
That would
office
work.
here,
Color it black.
have people
The-
come on
the
who've
sky
never
shark,
played
yeah.
Project Spark before and see if we can have Henry or Bradley Reeb or Eddie or somebody teach them Project Spark in the course of 45 minutes
Yeah.
to show them somebody who's never picked up the game before, and if we can talk them through it and do that. Because not only will that be cool to show, I mean, and who knows, right? Maybe they'll get it, maybe they won't. We'll
Yeah.
learn. You guys will see that we're not faking any of this, right? They learn it. And then the YouTube video could be a good way for people who are starting to look at it if they want to get a reference and say, oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of things. You know, we tend to dive into some deeper stuff. As I talked about, the community normally is so engaged that we have people asking for a lot of the deeper stuff, some of the corners, some of the, can you guys do this? So we dove into some deeper stuff today. You can just turn on Project Spark and play stuff the community's made. You can hop into stuff that the community's made, learn from it, remix it, and just change it a little. You can go into a blank world and just drop down objects and they just work, and you can start making games and playing games with all these objects that just work. You can go into the World Wizards and just have a world built out for you in like a minute. You can go into Crossroads where you're playing a game and making a game at the same time. What else? You can go into game guides where it actually walks you through
Step by
making
step.
your own game step by step, teaching you all the stuff while you're making a game. There's just a ton of different ways into Project Spark, and everything that's there has layers. So you can drop down an object that just works. You can swap in a brain on that object. You can go ahead and just remix stuff that exists. There's all types of things. You know, I was trying to remember where this costume looked like it came from, and I think this looks like Judge Reinhold in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I was trying to use all these like
Remember when he's
crystals.
delivering the fish and chips?
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
pirate
yeah.
outfit? Judge Reinhold in Fast Time at Ridgemont High.
Man,
Definitely here.
geez, I haven't seen that in forever.
No, I haven't either.
Oh, I need to put the player brain on that guy.
Alright, so Jared's got a very makeshift crystal shard pirate hat. So we're doing this one quick.
So favorite Halloween show, I would say it was in the
Star Wars Halloween. or
Crazy
something.
Misadventures of Ed Grimley,
Oh my goodness.
and it was Count Floyd's Scary Stories.
That's
that was my
right.
favorite Halloween show
Yep.
ever.
That was pretty awesome.
Where's Count Floyd these days?
He is in a ton of stuff. What's that guy's name? Something Flanagan,
Flanagan?
Ed Flanagan or something like that.
The knife
Uh,
or the goblin?
Let me bing that.
Like seriously, right? And then you got Martin
Yeah.
Short. Martin Short retired, I think. You know, I saw Martin Short. He hosted a one of those AIAS Game Award shows. Martin Short hosted one of those. That was
Really?
pretty awesome. Yeah. But Ed Grimsley. What was Ed Grimsley's little catchphrase?
Grimley, Ed Grimley.
Grimley. What was his little catchphrase? He would
Oh.
do stuff like this.
It would be.
And he'd do a little dance. Remember a little dance?
Yes.
What color?
Oh, isn't that just the best? What else?
Mhm.
There was all kinds of things. Man, that was.
There we go.
That's
Oh, cool.
Kind of a crazy hat. Oh, I didn't save that color.
No.
There we go.
All right, that's a cool sneak peek at a pirate. So we got a pirate, a cabbage, Vector Man, a Nightmare Before... Oh, and you're beating the crap out of the cabbage head guy. A Nightmare Before Christmas guy, and an angel. You can't hit the angel. That's bad karma.
Pirates fighting skeletons. That kind of makes sense.
Cool. All right, so let's dig into our out surprise.
All right.
And Mike, anything else to wrap up?
We're wrapping up. Sorry, I'm
See me again in an hour
still.
on Twitch.
Yeah. Go watch Henry.
Yeah, Henry will be on the
Microsoft
KI.
Studios channel. Mike might actually put up a link if
Right.
he's
I don't
not,
know.
if he's not surfing IMDb to find out more stuff about Martin Short.
Dude, I'm telling you.
And here is the work in progress early Dinosaur.
Wow. That is very cool.
So that's using the same stuff we were just doing, kind of gluing all these. I think the main body of the dinosaur is built out of house pieces. You can kind of see the haystack stuff there, recolored, and then a couple rocks and skeletons and femurs. And
It's
different
funny because
stuff.
we grabbed an older build because the tail was animating when I saw it.
Oh yeah.
And the neck had a bunch of animations. So this is actually an older one.
Can you pan down a little bit?
But
so
this
we
is really
can-
cool.
Yeah. I just threw in a camera on this.
Oh, I see.
Originally didn't have one. Alright, I'm back on controller now, which is why the controls look a little bit different. It's in that cube there. Let's see if I can get to it there. That one. Okay.
So we're
I
going to
don't
show
know
how to
where- I don't know
animate
where the
things at some
camera's
point,
at.
right, Henry?
So there we go.
The camera's in there somewhere.
So this is exactly what we did. This is a bunch of attachments, and it's an invisible character.
Nice.
So that's how they animated this, is they used all the general animations and stuff like that, and then they put it with the attachment system.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of things attached to each other there, just kind of using a bunch of attachments.
So we've talked about how you could use K-code to animate the mech. We'll have Ari on at one point to talk about that. But you could just use this attachment system and put a rig underneath, and so you can see the pants. There's the character inside the dinosaur.
Hey, you can
So
see his
you can
pants.
see it right there. Not that they can see how I pointed, but you can see it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right, Judge Reinhold?
Yeah.
Get your fries.
All right, so there's the dinosaur.
All right, so yeah, why don't you play it once more and play us out. Play us out, Sam.
There we go.
There it is.
All right, guys. We will be back next week at noon on Tuesday with something. Who knows what?
We'll find out.
Maybe game guides.
Maybe game
Maybe
guide,
Crossroads.
Maybe Crossroads. Maybe we'll do that new user experience thing.
Yep.
And then we'll be back at our normal scheduled time, which is 3 p.m. on Thursday. And we may do another one on the Microsoft Studios channel on Friday if we're gonna stick with every 2 weeks. That would be there.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
And I won't be. I won't be in costume. I don't know about you guys.
No, not next week.
You
Special
know,
occasion here.
We'll try to make Raining Blood at some point. We've got that on our list.
yeah, Blood Rain. Yeah, absolutely. And stay tuned. Like we said, beta's day to day. We got the teams cranking away and kind of going through the bugs, figuring out what needs to be fixed, what doesn't need to be fixed.
I will be on the Microsoft one in 50 minutes. People are
Okay.
asking.
And
how
should
long.
go.
Oh yeah, you better get going
Yeah,
over
no.
there, man. That's in a different building.
It's not 50 minutes away. I'll be okay.
Unless
That's
there's
traffic,
traffic.
right?
That's true.
You know, and plus you got to get out of that suit, or you got
That's
to
true.
go like that.
No, I'm not going to go on like that.
Oh.
That was just for here.
Just for you guys.
Just for our project sponsor.
Because somebody promised
That's
it.
right.
God knows why. All right, guys. So follow us
All
on
right.
Facebook, Twitter. We'll see you next week. This will be up on YouTube at some
And
point.
thanks for all the cool suggestions and the help.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it, you guys. So thanks, and we'll see you very soon.